All right, so let's before we get to some playoff predictions, let's try to figure out here. Is there anything left from this season that we want to cover that happened? Are there any big trades that we touched on some of them. I think there probably is one in there somewhere that we missed.
I think we hit the big highlights.
It's because you made them all.
I didn't make them. I think I made the Delgado trade this year, and that's it. Like, I didn't make as many trades.
I don't know. I thought Omaha had a really good year improving his team. He made a few acquisitions that I thought were pretty smart.
Yeah, Justin's good. Like, he just does. They weren't like big players, but like he made all those little ads.
Yep.
I mean, those are the guys that push you over the edge, right? Like,
right.
You need those role players.
Yeah, like pick up Harlan Moore, picked up who did you get from
Marin from Phoenix?
Yeah. Well, even like the Maldonado move, like Maldonado's not a guy that most guys pick up because he's a first baseman with no power, but he didn't give up a ton for him, and
yeah. No, and he's been he is the reigning champ not the reigning champ actually, but he is the all-time leader since we started going Who Won Free Agency. So I mean, the guy, he's I think we've done it like 4 times now, and he's got like 3 of them.
That's what happens when you sign everybody,
right?
But the one year you guys said he won, and then he cut like half the players before the season ended. So I mean, let's not get real carried away with giving him the crown.
What do you guys think of Emilio Morales? Is he the real deal, or is this their park?
I love that guy. I've told him several times that I want to trade for him, but no, I don't need him probably. So, well, I mean, I could use him, but
I was going to say everybody needs a guy like Morales.
It's not a pressing need for me. I mean, he's great. He plays good defense at second or third, and he's going to hit 1 billion homers. So,
was he really going to hit 1 billion homers? I guess that's my real question. Their park is 1.2. That's their park factor for home runs, which is pretty nuts.
He did on the road.
He's also got no split, though, which is ironic because his nickname's Splits.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. That's even better.
He hit 27 home runs on the road this year.
So, right.
Out of 59. So, I mean,
that's almost 50-50.
That's not almost 50-50. That's like 60-40, right? That's like 32 home runs at home and 27 on the, like, it's...
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not saying he's not great. I just don't know that he's this incredible, legendary home run hitter. I think that he's, a very good. I don't think he would. I wonder if he wasn't in that park, would we talk about him as much? Would he stand out so much? But you know what, he is, and that's part of what they're doing. So it's fine. Drove in 164, which is a lot. It's a lot. It's more than one a game. I'm happy when one of my guys drives in 100. I think I had a year where my leader drove in 64.
So, who's even my leader? Delage had 94 to lead my team this year.
Is that...
So, RBIs are overrated.
Hey, he's back. We've stalled enough that you're back. Is he supposed to be... Is his last name spelled wrong? Do we know who made him?
Who?
So, his nickname is Tim's brother?
Mm-hmm.
Is the nickname wrong?
The nickname's just randomly generated because somebody created Tom Tebow in the league like years and years and years ago and gave him the nickname Tim's brother, so that's one that just pops up randomly.
Oh, okay. I see. Because, Tom DeLonge is, the dude from Blink-182. I was just wondering if that's who he... Okay, good. So, no.
Fred, can you say... are you on Omaha's roster, Fred?
I will be in one moment.
Can you say the name of their number 5 starter real quick? Because I miss it.
Omaha. Oh, is that Poto? Poto Tonator?
How do I not know about this guy?
I love that guy.
Poto Tornatore is basically John Reed Elizondo light.
Nah, he's not Elizondo light. Nobody's Elizondo light.
You know who I'm super sad we didn't get to see? I think I've mentioned this before. Just because you brought up Elizondo. He's on Hawaii and he got hurt. Juan Trujillo. I wanted to see what Juan Trujillo was going to do. I wanted to see him strike out 10 per 9, walk nobody, and give up 55 home runs. I just wanted to know what that looked like. And unfortunately, he got hurt. That would have been awesome.
Out for 11 more months.
He may never be the same.
Is that the guy with 2 movement?
Yep. 13-2-9. Good lord.
Yep.
Oh man.
He's literally a test case, right? Like
extreme,
he's just like
extreme fly ball. Yeah, I would say so.
Well, he gave up six home runs in 25 innings.
I know.
As much as I like my movement, I might give him a shot in my rotation.
Ugh.
And he struck out 28 in 25 minutes. So.
I enjoy, Steven, how you were gone for a while, and now it sounds like you're yelling at us from like far away and like eating soup or something. Like you're just back there with food, just screaming from a distance, like, guys, don't forget about me.
He's
Well,
probably
I'm making dinner for my wife and I, so
say
you're pretty much spot on.
he's
That's
probably
awesome.
done killing the robots that were invading his apartment a while ago.
The robots that were just like, they weren't even like good robots. They were like shitty 80s robots that were like banging pots and pans together. Like just did either of you guys watch oh, never mind. This is gonna get way too off topic. God, I love 80s sci-fi. Some of that shit is just so ridiculous. All right. I don't know. Yeah, Omaha made good moves. Anybody else stand out? Like GM of the year. That's something we should talk about. Who? I won't vote for Brett. So just shut up right now, Randy.
Let me look at who I actually voted for.
My previous Brett nemesis left the league, and I've just decided to move all my nemesising to the new Brett. I need someone to hate me with a passion, like just with the fury of 1,000 suns.
New Brett's a former Marine, so he's naturally grumpy. So you got that.
Oh,
There
awesome.
you go.
All right, so
That was
Johnson,
on my ballot, but not first.
Johnson GM of the year, Brett, Josh, Gary, Tyler, and Fred.
Who the hell's Gary? Oh, the guy from Montreal. Okay.
Yeah.
This is your moderator, Ted Schmidt, up to date on everything in the league, including who the hell runs these teams. I mean, come on, it's been hard.
Montreal's got a new GM.
Wait, what?
Because you basically get 5 out of the 14 because you can't vote. Well, depending on the league, because you can't vote for yourself.
You can vote for yourself.
Yeah, that's some BS.
I never do. You can't vote for yourself?
No. Ted, you haven't looked at the ballot yet. It literally will not let you vote for yourself.
Oh. Well, that's nice. I never have.
Let's say apparently you've never done anything in your own eyes worth being worthy of your vote. So
I always vote for myself. You guys are crazy.
I vote for myself if I deserve it, but
you know who I like? I like that Marco is totally unabashed that he votes for all his own players for everything. Like I would hate it if he was the guy that was quietly doing it and didn't tell anybody. But the fact that he's just like, I'm just going to vote for all my own players. Fuck it. Fuck you guys. Fuck history. Just voting for all the talent.
It's fine until guys go up for Hall of Fame voting and you're like, well, you didn't make an All-Star team. I'm like, well, yeah, because these guys all vote for their own players.
Well, that was like, so here's the thing, right?
Anybody who's basing Hall of Fame on All-Star appearances is got some problems. It's not my fault. I'm 100% homer for the All-Star game.
And that's part of like the thing that's going to drive me nuts, right? Because here's the thing. Back to talking about my players again, because that's what I do. Claudio DeFazio is 27. He's got 31 WAR. At the pace he is at, he's going to end up with around 60, 61, 65. Hall of Fame level WAR for second baseman. He's only been to one All-Star game. And someone's going to be like, well, he only went to one All-Star game. It's like, you guys fucking suck at voting for All-Stars.
Jose Estrada's only been to one All-Star game.
Yeah, that's insane, too. Like, that doesn't make any... Yeah, like, it's...
Ted, for what it's worth, you got my Frick League GM of the Year vote.
I didn't do any... You should reconsider that vote. I made 0 moves. Is that what I get that for? I made no moves compared to last year.
It's because you didn't screw up a good team by trying to do too much.
I did nothing. All I did was not bring back Ronaldo Garza and promote Juan Lopez. And
you can get it for not over-managing.
I don't know. There's a difference between not over-managing and not doing anything.
And pushing cruise control.
Yeah. Just like...
Basically what I did, too. I did not make a single trade. I tried to make a few, but...
Well, yeah, I thought about some things. I was like, no, this is good. I'll just leave this alone. All right, so someone... I think Justin's going to be in good shape for some GM of the year.
He was second on mine, so yeah. I went you, Justin, Nathan, Ron, and Steven.
I think those are fair over here. I think I would give Steven more credit than you.
I'd say Ron didn't do anything either, though.
Smoke and mirrors takes a lot of work, baby.
Yeah, those are my thoughts. Over in the Frick.
That was the Frick.
Shut up. Over in the Johnson. Look, when I came into this league, I was in the Johnson, and I've been confused ever since. I don't know, man. Like I don't. Nobody really did anything amazing. Like there's a bunch of people who like didn't mismanage good teams. Tyler does what he does. Fred did a great job not doing anything.
Calling up 2 guys from AAA and just putting my feet up and exporting the rest of the year.
Right. I mean, like Aaron, same thing. Aaron was like, "My team's those robots back, Steven."
Double tap.
They are persistent. The robots. They just keep multiplying.
Sorry, guys. I'll mute.
No, don't mute. Please don't mute. It's way better without the muting. So we can be jerks. Aaron didn't screw up.
I know you're not going to vote for him for GM of the year, but is 35 game improvement like one of the biggest we've ever seen in a single year in this league?
I honestly don't know. My guess would be
how many.
no.
I'll have to check the unified history to see how many wins I improved by when I didn't win GM of the year.
But 35.
It's not. I would guess that's really not that remarkable, and the reason that it isn't is because of the sandbagging that happens in OTP leagues and in fantasy leagues in general. People just hoard all their bits until they're all ready at the same time, and then they blow up. And I'm not saying that's what Nashville did, but it happens a lot. So
it is funny that he improved by 35 games and still didn't have a winning record.
And that's Ted's point.
That's more of a testament to how terrible he was last year, isn't it?
Yeah.
45 and 117.
Yeah, like you don't get to win the GM of the Year award for not being terrible.
All of my team numbers are the same last year as they were this year. You want cruise control? That's it.
The thing I will say about with Brett is that I have not liked his trades to date, and this year's I don't think I have a whole lot of complaints about. I think he is improving in that.
He is definitely getting better in that regard.
And I think one of the things about this league, and this isn't. I think had I been as aggressive in trades when I got in this league, I would have made deals as bad or worse. I think this is a really hard place to get a handle on, and that's why
I've learned the game at the same time.
Right. One of the things I would always say to anybody that's new is the first year you're here, don't trade anyone, unless you've got somebody who's like an expiring contract vet. Like I think I traded Gabriel Campos my first year in the league to Stu and got Tonch.
If you've got Tully Crow, who's made of glass,
right?
Just hope he survives the plane flight to his new stadium.
Exactly.
Tully Crow. Oh man, poor guy. Like his whole right arm is just. Is he lefty? Whatever arm he throws with, it must just hurt to move. Like I don't. Okay, so let's do some predictions. Because we have a playoff bracket now. Now that there's been a play-in game. Congratulations, Steven, to being. Even though you were forced to wait a week.
You're welcome. I just wanted to make sure that was the best game of the year right there. Everyone have their guys ready to roll.
Oh, can you imagine what that would be like as a player? Just how brutal that would be, just sitting around and waiting for it.
The thing is, why couldn't they play like their series had nothing to do with because Fred, all your games were against Johnson teams, right?
My last game was against Montreal.
Which is but I'm saying you weren't playing anybody. Like, there's no reason they couldn't have played that game while you were finishing off your doubleheaders.
Probably true.
So, the thing I don't like about the way we currently are with 3 wild cards, I don't want to expand. I'd actually prefer to contract. Like, if I had a choice between expansion and contraction, I'd contract 2 teams immediately. But our current playoff setup sucks.
Yeah, it is a little wonky.
Like, as the number 1 seed in my first round, I am probably going to play the 3rd best team. You know, like the way the division winner, the worst division winner gets the last wild card and then plays the second best. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's just a... it just sucks. It's no good.
Well, you can look at it last year. Your toughest series was against me in that first round. Well, for you.
Yeah, I think the best league in the division, Heartland stuff, can just go fuck itself. They're not. We're better. We're just better now.
Yeah,
FLP for the win. We are the better division now.
Yeah, but if you reorganize the playoffs, you get Seattle, who is also a division winner.
I would rather play Seattle than earlier I said I was scared of them, but I honestly think I'd rather play Seattle than San Fernando or Omaha.
Maybe I don't know if we can do this with a set bracket, but maybe make it to where you get the team with the worst record, whoever that is.
I don't think OTP lets you
get
around
with reseed that.
But whatever. So let's.
But before we move on from that point, though, it looks like Recti tweaked the way these series are organized. It's a 1-2-2 now instead of a what was it before, a 2-2-1?
I noticed because I get to throw. You can throw your number one starter on a 3-man rotation, and he'll be on regular rest. Whoever starts game 1 can start game 4 on regular rest.
Also means we've got 3 playoff games in Mexico City this series. We might play till Christmas.
I hope it rains the whole time.
Bring me a roof.
What would happen?
Congratulations, the Landis Memorial Series has been rescheduled for spring training.
What? Yeah, what actually happens in OTP if the season's delayed so much? I'm gonna create a test league and I'm gonna put every team in Mexico City. What happens if the season doesn't end before free agents file? Was it just all the off-season stuff? It's just
you can sign free agents that jump into the Landis for you.
Well, they wouldn't be eligible for the playoff roster, right? That wouldn't. Maybe I don't know. I haven't figured this out. Have you figured this out? This makes no sense to me. So I'm looking at my own team because I submitted my no change for the first round because I'm obsessive about it and I submitted a playoff roster. And I'm looking at my players eligible for playoff roster. And Senzo Kuihara is eligible for the playoff roster.
Is he on your 40-man?
Oh, he is this year. Never mind. That's why. Okay, I forgot he was not on my. I forgot he was on. But I've had guys that have been on my.
On your playoff eligibility questions, I am the master.
But I've had guys. So the game's still weird because I've had guys that are on my 40-man that haven't been eligible before, and I think it was just wrong. Guys that were hurt. Oh, that's what it was. They were on the 60-day DL, which takes them off the 40-man. Okay.
There you go, Ted.
I'm learning.
Yeah, Ted.
I'm learning. Shut up. That's the worst thing about my name is it's easy to be like Ted. It's the guy version of Shut Up Meg. It's Shut Up Ted. That's what
Ted, when we're done, I'm going to send you a link to a video that John Oliver did where it's a guy making fun of Ted Cruz. And all he does is just say his name in the most derogatory mean possible.
Don't do that. I was traumatized by my name growing up.
And you've also got Ted Mosby, so
I was. Yep. Well, see, no,
Ted Mosby.
I had to deal with the fat chipmunk, and Teddy Ruxpin, the storytelling bear, and Ted Kaczynski, the murderer. These were the people that were the best famous Ted when I was a kid growing up. Was an asshole president. That was the only one anybody knew that didn't suck.
The worst day of my life growing up was the day that Freddie Got Fingered came out.
Oh Jesus, that was probably that's awful.
It's a good thing I never went to the UK when I was growing up.
Do I make you Randy?
Oh. See, I'm not clever. That's the other problem. It sucks to have an easily mockable something when you're not clever. If you can bring in the comebacks, you're fine. But I am my comeback is fuck you, and then I hit people, and then I lost fights because I was small, but I did start a lot of them. All
right, so playoffs. We're talking about playoffs.
That is the best, right? Is there a better? That's. The only thing I can think about that's in that tier is practice. Talking to me about practice,
and I also like I'm a man, I'm 40.
I'm a man, I'm 40. Yeah, that's my favorite. Herm Edwards too. They play to win the game. I mean, they're all classics. You can't go wrong.
We are what they thought they were. Yeah, they're all good.
Yep. I remember that one. That was the Bears.
Yep. We let them off the hook.
Oh. Oh, people insane with anger. It's so great. Let's do since we've made him wait all this time. We'll do Fred's league first. So Gagan round. Fred, what do you got?
It's at home for me. My team plays well at home. I think I can take Vegas. It might be in 5, but I'm picking me.
I'm also.
You got it because you're pitching.
Yeah, I'm also picking you.
Yep.
You don't like bad pitching in playoff series, right? Like it's not a good thing. Okay, wow. So
I was 8-4 against Vegas in the regular season too. So 4
for 4 on Mexico City. Wow,
that's terrifying.
Yeah, you're fucked, man.
Fucking quit it. You guys are jerks.
You outscored him 72-55 in those games too, for what it's worth. I mean,
ugh. All right. So then we've got Blazers, Gamblers. Who do we have here? Can I go Gamblers?
I don't even know how Atlantic City made the playoffs, so I'm taking Montreal.
No, their pitching's terrible. I got to stick to my guns. So that's 2 for Montreal.
Yeah, I'm with Montreal, despite that AC went 8-4 against them in the regular season. But
all right,
sorry, Gareth.
So Jacksonville versus winner of that series.
Yes.
Just Jacksonville, right? We're all going Jacksonville.
Yes.
Any of us think Montreal could beat Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a sweep, but Jacksonville.
All right, so Rockville versus what we think is Mexico City, but Hustlers. Rockville versus whoever. Rockville probably versus Mexico City.
I'm taking Rockville against me. They crushed me in the regular season. I've been picking them to win the Landis for 2 years, so maybe one of these years I'll be right. Although if it's not this year, I won't be upset.
Yeah, I mean, because the problem is they can match your pitching and they got better offense.
I'm taking Mexico City, and what you guys don't know is that Aaron is not allowed to have nice things. I have known him for 15 real-life years, and he is he's not allowed to have those things. That's how it works. The better his team is, the earlier he gets knocked out of the playoffs. That's how it works.
I think he's a two-time Landis winner here, though.
Yeah, but I don't care.
I don't care.
Does he have the little 2 in his trophy like Ted does not?
I don't know why I don't. I haven't complained about it because it's just
maybe you're not allowed to have nice things.
Well,
Ted, send me a message. I'll fix it for you.
Okay, I really don't care that much, but I'll send you one. I felt like if I were to say it on the, why don't I have a 2 by my name? Like I just felt like it's like one of those. Yeah. Okay, so wait. So I had Mexico City, and I think Randy and
I have Rockville.
Okay, Steven?
Yeah, I'm probably taking Rockville just because they're top of the line pitching.
All right,
I think that's 6 close games though.
So Clash
It's
of the
gonna be
Titans,
close.
then, right? That's Hurricanes and Pikemen. That's a wow. Is Rockville's pitching enough to shut down that offense?
Well, in the regular season, it was 51-50 total runs.
Wow.
Jeez.
Rockville did have 6-4 games and one more run. So
I'm taking Rockville. I'm doing it.
I'll take Jacksonville.
Can I take Mexico City since I had them beating Rockville?
Yes.
you can.
Fred, I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to jinx you. I like your team. I think it's built for the playoffs. I think that you don't. Everybody else either has a weak starter pitching for them one day, or they go into the pen in their week, and you don't. You're just going to throw out guys that are going to pitch well over and over again. I'm going to be wrong.
I think Jacksonville takes it over Rockville.
I think if it's Jacksonville, Rockville, they take it. But I think if Fred gets by Rockville, that he matches up against Jacksonville pretty damn well. I think there's a serious mismatch of pitching there.
For what it's worth, I agree. I think if Mexico City does get there, I agree, but I don't think Mexico City gets there.
I believe in you, Fred.
I appreciate that.
Don't make me feel bad.
I'll try not to.
Because that's why I believe in you, so I can feel good about myself being smart.
I want to win the Landis in the window that Randy picked me not to make the playoffs.
Yeah, Randy's dumb as hell. When he said that back when we did that, like I was like, "What is this guy talking about?"
Well, because to be fair, I thought he would be stuck in the Heartland, and then
it wouldn't have mattered. Randy.
Oh, don't give me that. Oh, you got out of the Heartland.
No, I'm saying that was my thought process. It was dumb. I'm just saying that was my thought process.
You could have won the Heartland this year, man. Like I am. They're not as good as they were a few years ago. They've really.
They're not as good as Ron says they are.
Well, if I've learned anything about Ron.
They don't call him Propaganda Ron for nothing.
That man believes in himself strongly, and good for him, because that's how you succeed in life. But this is what they tell me. That's what my therapist says.
If there's one thing I know about Ron, it's that his team will fuck up in the playoffs.
We'll get to him shortly then. So you guys have Jacksonville getting to the Landis. I'm taking Mexico City, because what the hell? Why not?
I had Rockville.
Oh, you had Rockville.
I did.
Okay, so 2 Jacksonvilles, a Rockville, and Mexico City from me. Surfers Storm?
I mean, I like you, Steven. I'd like to pick you, but I'm picking Seattle.
Does it make a difference if you know that I'm throwing all right-handed starting pitchers?
No.
It makes it go to 4 games or 5 games, but no.
It makes a difference for me. I believe in you, Steven. This is terrible. This will be like nobody. We'll do this again. It'll be like, oh my god, Ted believes in me. I'm fucked. Don't ever pick me. No. The reason I'm picking you is I think we're better. I think I know it's a balanced schedule, but like I think the Frick Pacific teams are considerably better than the rest of the teams.
I agree, but that top 2 is awfully tough.
A homer vote in disguise right there, Todd.
That's what that is.
But Walter and Contreras is awfully tough to go up against in the playoffs.
I'm not convinced on Contreras. I think Contreras is
one of them's got to pitch in Long Beach, and Simpson and Gonzalez can take a few out of the park in Long Beach.
Right. So the thing with Contreras is if when he's facing teams that don't hit home runs, he's a great pitcher. When he's facing teams where guys can hit home runs, that's why he has a 3.61 ERA despite 10 stuff and 10 control. He gave up 40 homers this year. Like
The problem is he's got to pitch Contreras in game. Wait, no, never mind. I'm wrong.
Because he could start him in game 1.
Yeah, so he could run.
Start. Yeah, no, that's right. He's got to start him in game 1 in Seattle, where you can't hit home runs, and then he's got to start Walter in game 2, and then he's if he wants to put Walter on game 5, he's going to be on short rest.
Assuming it gets to game 5, which I don't think it does.
Right.
Or he could just run a 4-man and pitch Contreras in game 5. Pitch him twice at home.
You've got Mike Bailey back. Mike Bailey is back. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Long Beach. I think we've got a great shot against Seattle. We won the season series 5-4, so that alone tells you that we've got a chance at least.
And then they outscored you in the season series. Now all that came in the last game, pretty much, when they beat you 11-3.
Right, and you can't. I couldn't manipulate my rotation quite as well in the regular season as well as I can right now.
True. It'll be interesting.
All right, so are we 2-2? Are you taking yourself, Steven?
Of course, I'm taking myself.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were a super homer guy. That's right. So we're 2-2 there. What about San Fernando, Omaha? I have no idea.
Randy, I like you, but I think I'm going to have to take Omaha.
Can I repeat your argument that I kicked the crap out of them in the regular season?
Wait, what was your record against them in the regular season?
Is that before or after
7-3?
he traded for like 8 guys at the deadline?
7-3, and I outscored him by 10 runs.
Hold on, let me see who I voted for in Ron's poll.
I think everybody voted for me except for Ron.
Oh, I voted for you. Okay, I'm changing my vote. I'm taking San Fernando.
That's what I was thinking about, because I can remember who I voted for. But I voted for you because I was going for the Pacific. I just voted for all the Frick Pacific teams. So I guess I'll stick with what I voted for, but I really don't know. I think that you should probably try to avoid throwing. God, the robots are just fierce.
I'm not throwing. John Reed is not starting.
Oh, I would not start John Reed. I would think that I would be more scared about Leon Ramirez against their right-handed
He's not
bats.
starting either. Don't worry. I'm going with a 3-man.
Kenny, how's Kenny do against batting stats, batting splits, opponents' batting splits? How do you like when I talk through what I'm doing while we're doing it?
You sound like Jeff Sullivan.
I always learn stuff.
So I would, you know what? If I managed to sound like Jeff Sullivan, my life would be complete. That guy is just fantastic. he is the best. Ernie Kinney actually pitched pretty well. Although, you know what? He gave up 21 home runs to right-handers and 2 to left-handers. So you might want to consider not letting him face Omaha.
I mean, at a certain point, you just got to go with. I mean,
you got to go with your best. Yeah. No,
I'm not going to completely junk my. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
Is there a tighter first round?
He did face Omaha twice during the season. The first time he gave up 9 earned runs in 6 innings. Then he came back 2 weeks later and gave up 2 in 6 innings.
So what you're saying is that you will win or you will lose.
So what you're saying is that we're playing baseball.
There's no average starts from Kinney. It's either really good against Omaha or really not good. And the funny thing is, I lost the 2-run game and I won the 9-run game. So go figure that one out.
Well, that sounds very San Fernando-y. Fred, you got a pick on that one?
I'm just looking. I'm picking Omaha.
Oh, you're the only one. 3-1 versus Fred Holmes. I'll put down some tallies for these so we can see how everybody did going forward. All right, so 9 versus
you, Ted.
No, we're doing that later. I don't want to fight yet. Yellow Springs versus, I guess, either the Surfers or the Storm, because we were split.
Calling for backup.
Yep, the robots are. They need help. Steven is fierce. He has kept them at bay for hours now.
I am going to go with, even though Yellow Springs had the edge during the regular season, I don't care. It's October. I'm going with Seattle.
Anyone else?
I personally can't decide because we all know that the 9 collapse in the playoffs.
They're so right.
But the Surfers haven't done much in the playoffs since 29, so who knows?
Well, I don't know if Ron can throw 3 starters. I think Osaraji's got a pitch for him, and I don't think Osaraji's going to do very well in the playoffs.
Why don't Valle or whatever his name is?
Why don't you think he can pitch 3 starters?
Because of the stamina. He's got what does he get?
Oh, you're saying you don't know if he can get by with the 3-man.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
So
you're saying Osaragi pitches a game, and that's probably a loss?
That would be my assumption. Yes. So I got myself all screwed up here now.
I don't know, man. It's so hard. That team is so loaded. Like, his lack of playoff success is just bizarre. They should have won one by now.
It's just bad luck. He's had such good teams.
Yeah. He's
I want to pick Seattle, but I don't know if I can. I don't know.
I'm going to take
okay,
Yellow
don't
Springs.
pick Seattle. Pick Long Beach.
I'm taking Yellow Springs over whoever.
Yeah. I am too.
I'm taking Seattle.
And Long Beach is taking Long Beach, Steven?
Why the hell not? Yeah.
Okay.
Riding them all the way.
Oh, all right. So the other side. So we've got Crusaders versus 3 Bears and 1 Hawks. I'm taking me.
I'm assuming Diaz is not going to be a part of your...
Diaz will be on the roster, and I will try to find a way to make sure he does not pitch at all. So I brought him back. Like, he was... I was going to have Offie write a piece about him because he got hurt, and Zietler took over his spot, and Zietler's been fantastic because I knew... we just waiting. And I left Diaz back for like 4 starts in the minors, like the maximum rehab time, because he was just getting crushed in the minors. And I had him pitch the last day of the season, because maybe that's the last game he ever starts for us. So I had him pitch the last day of the season, and he got rocked.
Against who?
Yeah, you're like, ooh, I beat you that series. It's like you beat a 90-year-old Ricardo Diaz.
Hey, I'm just happy
the ghost of Ricardo Diaz.
I'm just happy that he got his 1 start in the playoffs last year.
And that was you, man. You talked me into it. And God, that was like... I have feelings about that. Like it's literally a thing that like makes my heart feel something.
I forget, who was your other option?
Cisco Morales. No, it was Jamie Mercado.
No.
It was Jaime Mercado who had been horrible in the playoffs, and you talked me into Diaz. And I actually, after I talked to you, I had Mercado still scheduled, and I woke up in the middle of the night, or the middle of the day. My sleep schedule's really fucked up. Don't ever work nights for a long period of time. You will never figure out how to get back to normal.
It's the worst.
Yeah, like I stopped working nights a year ago. Sometimes I just wake up at 1 a.m. and I can't get back to sleep. But I woke up and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put Diaz in. And sure enough, through a complete fucking game, like just the best thing ever. Kind of wish he'd retired. That would have been a good way to go out. Anyway, I'm going for me.
Hi.
Randy, I'm assuming you're picking yourself.
I am. I think it's another 7-gamer.
Do you think you match up well with me? Because I think you don't. I really think you don't match up well with me. I think that's the big thing there is that you've got a couple important left-handed bats, and they're not going to do anything in California.
Guys, I'm out of here. Good talking to you.
All right.
Later,
All right,
Steven.
sorry, man.
Later,
Thanks for took so long. See you.
We'll just assume that he's picking himself to win the Landis.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know, man. I don't think you match up well against me. But you're picking me. Fred, who do you have in that?
Here's the argument you made against Randy is pretty much the same argument that I'm going to use to pick Omaha over you. Is he does not have any important left-handed bats. All of his important bats are right-handed.
Right, and he matches up. Yeah, that's a scarier matchup for me. I'd rather face San Fernando than Omaha.
Yeah. I'm going to take Omaha there.
Let me see. I'm just curious how that regular season went. Oops, hold on.
You know, I don't
Team
know.
versus team. Omaha, California. Omaha was 8-2 against California.
Ooh,
It outscored you by 21 runs.
Yeah, that's problematic. How'd we do against each other? I was actually way up on you, and I think you just killed me. I lost a lot of big series to important teams, like the last half of the season.
We were actually fairly close. You outscored me, but you also beat me by 12 rounds on opening day. And then hold on a second.
I had some weird. The last half of the last month of the season.
I beat you 7-5, and going into that last series, it was 5-4 when you kind of rested some guys.
Yeah, this is my last month of the season. Swept Calgary, swept by Long Beach, swept Madison, swept by Twin Cities, swept Hawaii, swept Valencia, lost 2 or 3 to San Fernando. Like it's just like.
Well, but I swept you in August.
And you swept me in August, after which I swept 2 other teams, and then swept, all I did was win all the games or lose all the games for, the last couple months of this. It was weird.
There's no gray. Everything's black and white. I just saw that I'm under 500 against Atlantic City, Montreal, and Rockville. That's not super comfortable because they're all potential teams that I'll be playing against.
But they're all in the other half of the bracket, though, aren't
they? Yeah, except Rockville.
That's true.
There's 8-4 against Vegas and 6-4 against Jacksonville.
So this is our biggest split. We've got. We didn't get Steven's vote. This is the one we don't have a vote for him for because he can't pick himself in a series that he's not playing in.
He's a homer though. He'd pick Pacific.
But we're both Pacific.
Yeah, we're both Pacific.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Oh. All right, we'll just leave that one out. But we're split. We're split 3 ways there. Really, guys, you're gonna best record in the league, 110 wins by base runs, and you're gonna. I think you guys are. You know why I'm so happy? Why I'm so strong on myself? Partially is do you guys spent much time looking at the internal ratings, looking at the the stats that we don't see that exist?
Nope.
No.
They're there and they're real, and there are things like how do they play when facing adversity? How do they play? There's not one that's strictly clutch, but there's literally a stat for how do they play when they're playing well and how do they play when they're playing bad. And there is a conglomerate of things that you can turn into clutch. And if you look at Fernando Moreno, he has 8 round MVPs. That's not random noise. Like, that's the game being broken. There are guys like this, you can find them, who just...
Didn't you say Cuervo's one too?
Cuervo maybe, based on what... I've only got 1 year of playoffs evidence for him, but, like, the way he played every round, just being awesome last year, he would have won... Without Fernando Moreno being incredible, he would have won every round's MVP. And I wonder if he's one of these guys. And I would prefer the game didn't have shit like this, because it's not realistic. But these guys exist, and they are just something else.
All of Moreno's are ancient history, though.
No,
his most recent one is 2028.
Well, if last year,
didn't Watson win the Landis MVP for you?
Watson did last year. Fernando Moreno's weighted runs created plus in the playoffs was 159. He hit 7 home runs and drove in 14. At a 351 on base percentage. For his career, he has... so his regular season, for his career, his weighted runs created plus is 141. For the postseason, his weighted runs created plus is 179. Like, there are just these guys that exist that just turned it on in the playoffs. So... I'll admit that I've got some bad matchups, potentially, but there's some guys I've got that I really think are just going to step it up. I hope I do well. I would love to win, as Offie noted, I would love to win back-to-back. I would love to be the first team in 30 seasons to win back-to-back championships. That'd be pretty cool. But I may not. Probably won't. Wait, yeah, like, Steven's gone.
The robots are invading Randy now.
No, it's me opening up some pretzels. Shitbag.
You know, it's the best part of this is that, like, Randy doesn't have dogs in the hotel he's in. But if he had Steven's dogs, they would hear those bags opening. It would be the end of... It would be dogs versus robots versus pretzels versus Steven. It would be the most insane... Should make that movie. Okay, so, I don't even know who we have anymore. We have not talked about...
I've got me versus Seattle.
I've got Omaha Yellow Springs. which I shouldn't have done in retrospect. But...
And I have Crusaders, I think Yellow Springs, right? Isn't that what I picked? I take me over me. I'm picking me. Randy, who you got?
Me.
Fred is the only one with any sense of modesty. Like, Fred picked someone to listen, and me and Steve... We're assuming Steven's going to take himself over Yellow Springs and going to take himself over me later on.
Yes. I'm taking Omaha over Yellow Springs. Avenging the division loss.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll sort this all out and tally it up later, because it got a little murky there at the end.
And I've got I have Jacksonville beating me in the final.
Oh, yeah, final, right? We've got shit. So you had Jacksonville, you have Jacksonville versus you, and you have Jacksonville winning. Okay.
I've got Rockville, Omaha. Then I'm taking Rockville. Like I said, been picking them and picking them and picking them and pick them again.
All right, I have me versus Mexico City. Oh, man, that'd be a great matchup, huh?
And we didn't play in the regular season.
I'm going to go with me, because... I mean, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go me versus Mexico City. Mexico City wins it all. That'll be fun.
In December.
In
December. Yeah. What'll happen is that, like, there'll be a bunch of rainouts, and we will play all 7 games, like, on the same day. It'll be a septuple header. And I will run out of arms, and Ricardo Diaz will have to pitch. And I'll lose. That's what's going to happen there. We're assuming Long Beach... is that Steven... Who did Steven have on the other side?
Irrelevant.
He had Jacksonville, right?
I think so.
I'll look at this and figure out who he had, but we're assuming he has him over whoever.
Yes.
Over everyone.
Oh.
Him versus the field. His money's on him.
And what did you say? You said you were going to beat... Who did you have, Randy? I already forgot who you had in the Cardinals.
I had Jacksonville over me. You
have Jacksonville over you, that's right. Okay, well, we'll see how right we are. We've been at this for a long time now. I'm going to break this up into a couple different pods because I don't like to make people listen to stuff that's more than an hour long, and then 2, I get more points that way, and it seems reasonable to me.
True.
I will try to do this all tonight, which will suck, but I'm going to keep drinking, which means I will stay awake.
Are you guys going to turn off? Are you going to turn off the recording, Ted?
I'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so if anyone's still listening, do you guys think anyone listens to these at all?
I think some people listen to everything and some people listen to nothing. And
Yeah.
Chris Wilson listens to 8 minutes of everything and then shuts it off.
Like
Probably true.
The views, like I don't know if the count's being updated. Like it's always like 17 or 18. Like I'm not even getting everybody to look at it once, which is unfortunate because I think we're great.
I think Ron listens to everything.
Yeah,
he does. He does, and he has insightful things to say about it, which is nice that he cares. I don't know, man. Like I like, do people not listen because they don't have time? Which I'm sure is the reason, but there's the part of me that's like, do people not listen because they're like, that dude is an asshole. Like he is just so fucking arrogant.
See, that's the thing is like that's the kind of stuff that makes me laugh. Like I want to listen to stuff where people are jerks because that's like actual opinions and it creates controversy, which causes discussion. Like,
but
people should have feelings about things. You know.
Well, I have something that might cause discussion, but I don't want to record. Well, I don't want to post it. You can record it if you want, Ted. But cut it off.
So, I will. Well, let's end this now then, so we can talk about. Randy's got a juicy trade that he's already agreed to. You'll have to wait. I'm gonna find out now, bitches. Thanks, Steven, who's dead because robots killed him. Although one of them sounds suspiciously like a lady robot. So
that's the worst kind.
Yeah, they are terrible. I don't know, man. Like if they totally made.
Hey, I've seen Austin Powers. Those fembots are deadly.
They're deadly, but they're hot, huh?
They were in Playboy.
Okay, so thanks, Fred, and thanks Randy for being here for this. This was fun. This was a good one. We should
it was
do more of this. And that wraps up our meandering course through the 2036 season and maybe gives a little insight into the playoff picture. Good luck to all the teams that are involved tomorrow, and thanks for listening.